Hello artists! I think you already know about this, but we have art kits for every student at Thurgood Marshall. First of all, here's the art kit. This is what it looks like. The way this came about is that some people with Seattle Public Schools worked really hard with people from the Seattle City Department of Education and Early Learning to give money to Thurgood Marshall so that we could buy art kits for every student in the school to have materials at home while they're doing their learning. The art kits will be ready to be picked up by the students who are 100% remote starting Tuesday, April 27th from 8:15 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Thurgood Marshall. We are not the only school getting art kits, by the way, but we are the only school who's giving them out April 27th. The following week, the rest of the art kits will be ready to send home with the students who are learning in person. So if you are in a cohort for in-person learning, please do not come to the school to pick up your art kit. You'll just have to wait till next week. So within a couple of weeks, everyone will have their art kit. Okay, let me show you what is in the art kit. So here are the materials of the art kit. Students will get markers and they will get colored pencils. The younger students will also get crayons. Every student will get scissors and glue, a paint set, a pencil sharpener, and an eraser. I've also included extra pencils and an extra paintbrush. In your art kit, you will have two different kinds of pencils. This one says HB on it, and this one says 2B. 2B means it's a softer pencil. So what does that look like? Here's what HB looks like. And here's what 2B looks like. So if I'm shading and I want to make it really dark, I might want to use my 2B pencil. If I'm drawing lines and wanting something to be very light, I might use my HB pencil. So you have choices. Younger students will be getting a pink eraser, and older students will be getting what's called a kneaded eraser. And when I take it out of the package, it looks like this. One thing that's cool about it is you can actually move it around, and if it starts to get dirty, you can clean it by pulling it and folding it, and pulling it and folding it. And the dirty part gets mixed in, and your eraser is clean again. Another thing that's cool about this eraser is if you just want to erase a little bit of your shading, you can just press and it will erase it. If I press, so I can just, if I just wanted to make this a little lighter, I could press my eraser and look, now it's a little lighter. If I were to try pressing with my pink one, it's not working quite as well, is it? So the pink one is still an excellent eraser. The kneaded eraser can also be used as you would a regular eraser. For younger students, I have a pencil sharpener that looks like this. And for older students, I have this pencil sharpener that's a little more exact. The thing is, you need to be able to clean up as you go. So when I'm using this, I probably want to use it over a garbage can, but it will give you a very sharp point. Okay, here is the thing I am literally the most excited for you to have, and it is this huge sketchbook of beautiful paper. It's thick paper. If you do drawings that have shading in it or use different colors, the paper is really good at absorbing that extra darkness or the extra color. Is it the best paper to use for watercolors? It's not. If you paint with watercolor on really thin paper, it will tear or it won't take the color very well. If you want to paint with watercolor, I have included some paper that works pretty well for that. So this paper here is mixed media heavyweight paper for painting, and this is what you'll be using to paint on. It is not as thick as actual watercolor paper, but it works much better than plain paper. It actually is fairly thick, so that your color will be bright when you're painting, and the paper won't tear easily. You also have construction papers in many different colors, which is great for making collages, paper sculptures, greeting cards. Have you ever tried drawing on black paper with white colored pencil? You can make really beautiful drawings. You probably already know this, but the first word in watercolor is water, and that's what you need for watercolors. So I start out by adding water to all the colors I plan on using. As I am painting, I probably want to start with a lighter color. Like if I'm going to use yellow, start with yellow, because as your water and your brush get dirtier, it can be hard to keep that yellow really nice. If it starts to look dry, I might need more water. One thing about watercolor is that you often need to get more water as you go to make sure that your paints are staying wet. If I want to lighten a color, I can just add more water. I'm going to add a whole bunch of water to this. And let's see if I have a lighter red now. And just a quick reminder to keep your paintbrush on tiptoes. If you flatten it out and start scrubbing, you'll ruin your brush and your paints will not work out that great either. Okay, artists, this art kit is yours. It's for you. Put your name on it. Put your name everywhere on this art kit that you need to. Make sure to keep it somewhere you can find it again. Make sure that you're using it, whether it's at home or at daycare or at your grandma's house. This art kit is for you to make art for the rest of the school year, over the summer, and for as long as these materials last. So enjoy them and let's make art.